Hello. Welcome to another installer training video created by Reliant Monitoring Services. Today's video will cover the ExacuTrack 1 installation for adult clients. Enjoy. Today's video will cover a typical ET1 installation that occurs at the client's residence. Please note, if the installation occurs at a DPS office, the same procedures will apply. Before you travel to the job site to complete the assignment, please ensure you complete the following steps. 1. Establish an appointment with the client and/or the supervising officer. 2. Carry the correct equipment type and supplies needed to complete the job. Also, be sure the equipment deployed is clean and in good working order. 3. Take your complete, issued toolkit and any accessories needed to complete the job. 4. Wear your Reliant issued ID badge with lanyard. 5. When in the field, you represent Reliant Monitoring Services. Please make sure that you are properly attired at all times when completing work orders. Remember, it is important to always bring extra equipment and supplies to the job site. This includes bringing other types of equipment besides the type designated. Once on site, verify client is present and can confirm his or her date of birth from the work order. Once the client's identity has been confirmed, call the equipment serial numbers into BI. Next, politely ask the client to have a seat on a couch or a chair. Then ask the client which leg they would prefer to have the device on. Proceed with device installation. Remember, it is highly recommended that you take notes throughout the process so proper documentation can be made when closing the assignment out. Additionally, you can always refer back to your installer checklist card if you have any questions during the assignment process. The ET1 installation consists of 3 steps. They are: Step 1, assembling; Step 2, sizing; and Step 3, attaching. We will now go over each step. Step 1. Assembling. Insert the battery into the battery well with the gold connection rings facing towards the top of the case. Make sure the gold end goes in first. Secure the battery with the hatch cover. Align the arrows on the cover to the unlock position on the device. Using the tool, turn the cover until it reaches the locked position. Connect the back plate to the back of the unit, ensuring that it slides into the grooves on the bottom of the device. You will hear a distinct click when attached properly. Step 2. Sizing. Using the BI ExacuTrack 1 sizing band, size the client's ankle on the narrowest part of the ankle above the ankle bone. Remember, we do not accommodate for footwear. The number that the red line notates on the measuring band will be the sizing number you will use on the adjustable strap. In this example, the ankle is measuring at a 9. The sizing number noted on the previous screen was a 9. Bring the post of the male hinge through hole number 9 on the adjustable strap as shown in this image. Step 3. Attaching. Place the ET1 device against the client's ankle with the battery facing towards the ground. Wrap the adjustable strap around the ankle and inside of the fixed strap. Next, bring the fixed strap over top of the adjustable strap and secure it, making sure the post of the male hinge is secured into the bottom of the fixed strap. Close the buckle and secure it with 2 locking pins, one being inserted on each side of the buckle. When installed properly, the ET1 device should be able to rotate around the ankle, meeting slight resistance at the front and back of the ankle. Now that the ET1 device has been assembled, sized and attached, it is time for activation. Next, connect the charger to the ET1 so it can begin its activation. Be sure to instruct client on charging properly and tell him, or her, it must be charged 2 hours per day. The acknowledgement sensor is located just above the charging port on the device. Make sure the client understands how to utilize it in the event a message is sent to the device. After you've instructed the client on how to charge the device and use the acknowledgement sensor, it is time to install the beacon. But first, contact BI to ensure that the ET1 device has activated successfully. Then, remove the battery cover on the bottom of the beacon and insert the batteries. Before securing the hatch, make sure the LED is flashing on the front of the device. Place the beacon 3 feet above the ground on a solid surface in the center of the residence. Ensure that the LED faces towards the center of the room. When placing the beacon, do not place it directly on the floor, on top of any major appliances, or directly in sunlight. In addition, do not place anything on top of the beacon. Once the beacon has been placed, instruct the client not to move the beacon for any reason. If movement is necessary, client needs to contact his or her PO to notify of such. Note: if the installation takes place at a DPS office, instruct the client to follow the beacon placement steps, which are also included on the ET1 client guide provided to them. Once beacon is in position, contact BI Monitoring Center again to verify successful beacon activation. Do not leave the worksite until a BI operator has authorized you to do so. Make sure a copy of the ET1 client guide is given to the client. This guide goes over device charging, how to use the acknowledgement sensor and beacon placement. After installation, gather your tools, empty case and extra supplies and depart the residence. After job completion, notify your MS dispatch of completion by either an email or a phone call. We do prefer an email be sent so that it can be documented. Finally, to officially complete the job, submit a fieldwork submission within 36 hours of completion. Remember, this is how work is tracked and how your compensation is generated. Remember, if you ever have any questions at any time during the assignment process, you can contact our MS dispatch at 919-234-0074. Have a great day.